Today on Good Morning Maine, opening arguments in the trial of a man accused of murdering his girlfriend in Acadia National Park.
Plus the latest on the aftermath from the Lewiston mass shootings and Friday's presidential visit.
And we'll talk to members of Maine's political parties to see what's important to them on Election Day. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll have all the day's news coming up in just a few moments. But first, to check that forecast. Looks like a cloudy day ahead today.
Yeah, seems like it.
Things on the chilly side. You know, little cooler than it should be.
It's cold.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I need to winterize my windows.
Yeah, I had to scrape again this morning, and yeah, not fun.
I don't know. You're just in Brewer. I'm in Bangor. I didn't have to, so I don't know what that difference is about.
I think what happened is I had a tree fall on my truck in the last storm.
Yeah.
And so now a little water's getting in, and so it's frosting the windows, so I have to fix that.
Yeah.
So the weather is just not cooperating.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, our lives are in shambles. We'll blame it on the weather.
Well, yeah.
Okay, here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. As we get into things this morning, we have a few returns showing up on the radar here, but I don't think anything is reaching the ground at this point, so I think we're looking pretty good out there this morning. Just a few passing clouds at best, and that'll be about it there. As we zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, there's a large area of high pressure just off toward our south and west. We're being affected by this, and we just have some clouds out for the west as well. Rather dry forecast is on the way. There is a chance of rain in our extended forecast coming up later on. But otherwise, for now, though, today we're dry with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds during the afternoon period. We'll have a few clouds passing through overnight tonight and in parts of the daytime tomorrow as well. As we move forward today, the winds won't be too bad either, roughly out of the west at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts higher than that, up to around 15 miles per hour. But the winds really pick up by tomorrow, up to around 15 miles per hour. Sustained gusts up to 25 miles per hour cannot be ruled out. So for the rest of today, middle 40s, a lot of sunshine, and a southwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 20s and a partly cloudy sky, and a southwest breeze at around 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 50s, partly cloudy and breezy, south wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. That hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, temperatures warming into the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. The trial for a Portland man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend in Acadia National Park began yesterday in Hancock County Superior Court. Our Devin Dagnall has the latest.
Raymond Lester of Portland is charged with the murder of his ex-girlfriend Nicole McKemme, whose body was found in Acadia National Park after an apparent hit and run in June of 2022. During their opening statements, Lester's defense team reminded the jury that the state must prove beyond any doubt Lester committed the crime he is accused of, and anything less is not enough to convict him.
That means that the state has to rule out that it wasn't somebody else who hit Nicole. The state has to rule out that Raymond wasn't somewhere else when Nicole died. The state has to rule out that it wasn't an accident.
During his October 2022 arraignment, Lester entered a not guilty plea that he still upholds today. According to the prosecution team, Lester hit McKemme with his BMW SUV during a retreat to Acadia National Park late in the evening of June 18, 2022, before he fled the scene.
He was seen driving his black BMW SUV erratically and at high speeds on the roads of the park, roads that children and families were walking on. He was seen driving on areas that cars should not go.
Prosecutors state Lester fled to Cancun, Mexico after the incident, where he eventually turned himself in to authorities. The trial is expected to continue through this week, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. In Ellsworth, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, we're expecting more witness testimony today, so we'll keep you updated as we learn more. Meanwhile, a young man accused of leading police on a high-speed chase is among those indicted by a Penobscot County grand jury. Authorities say 19-year-old Andrew Ayers of Enfield was driving recklessly in July when the chase sped through Lincoln. Police had to call the chase off because of safety concerns, but Ayers was later arrested. He has now been indicted on charges including eluding an officer, driving to endanger, leaving the scene of an accident, criminal speeding, and more.
Police have arrested 2 people believed to be responsible for robbing a bank and a convenience store. Fairfield police say the suspect held up a Bangor savings bank in Waterville Tuesday afternoon. And then early Wednesday morning, police say he robbed the Circle K on Norridge Walk Road in Fairfield. In both cases, he got away with an undisclosed amount of money. Police distributed these photos with hopes someone would recognize the man. According to the Morning Sentinel, police received a tip yesterday that the suspect was spotted on Front Street in Waterville. That's when he and another person were taken into custody. Police haven't identified the two people arrested because they haven't been formally charged. More information should be available today.
Well, multiple people were seriously injured in a car crash in Bucksport yesterday morning. Bucksport police say the call came in around 10:20 that the two vehicles had collided head-on Route 46.
Several people were transported to local hospitals for serious injuries. At this point, it appears as if one of the vehicles crossed the center line and struck the other.
Maine State Police and Ellsworth Police assisted at the scene. They are reconstructing the crash, trying to figure out exactly how it happened.
President Biden and the First Lady will be visiting Lewiston tomorrow. The White House says the Bidens want to pay their respects to the victims of last week's mass shooting and to grieve with the families and community. The specifics of the visit should be released today. Meanwhile, documents released by the Maine State Police have revealed new information regarding the gunman's motive. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
A search warrant affidavit released by Maine State Police revealed Robert Card had accused businesses of broadcasting online that he was a pedophile. Among those businesses were Spare Time Recreation and Schmenge's Bar and Grill, the two sites targeted by Card during the shootings.
If you talk about, is there a motive here, right? I think clearly there's a mental health component to this.
The reports suggest that Card had been suspected of being delusional since February after a, quote, bad breakup from a 10-month relationship. A source interviewed by police also said that Card first met his previous partner at a cornhole tournament at Schmenge's Bar and Grill.
This family has been incredibly cooperative with us.
According to a statement issued by the Sagadahoc County Sheriff's Office, the office was contacted by members of Card's family in May, saying they were concerned for his well-being and that he had access to firearms. And in September, the Sheriff's Office was contacted by Card's Army Reserve unit, asking for a wellness check after the Army Reserves barred him from using weapons on duty. Sheriff Mary said, quote, "My office will evaluate our policies and procedures for how we conduct wellness checks with the goal of making any improvements that are in the interest of public safety while balancing the rights of individuals." Maine State Police say they are still actively investigating and will continue to provide additional documents and information as it becomes available. In studio, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, there were some very special moments last night during a football game between Lewiston and Edward Little High School. The Battle of the Bridge game was another way the community is coming together to help each other heal. And that included New England native and Grammy award-winning singer James Taylor, who performed the national anthem before the game.
What's so far we hear at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so glad.
The people of Lewiston have also received special messages from some big names showing their support after last week's tragedy. Guys like Will Ferrell, Bob Kraft, Mac Jones, and even Rob Gronkowski are all lending their support. Pretty neat.
The Lewiston City Council voted in favor of creating a new Community Resilience Center. This new service will combine those being offered at the Lewiston Armory and at the Ramada. And that yes vote means the city can now apply for and accept state and federal funding for the city and community in response to last week's deadly mass shooting. City Administrator Heather Hunter says she will help make the transition from emergency response to a long-term response.
Hoping that it will be up and running by the end of this week. Community Concepts has been very gracious in stepping forward as a nonprofit to do this.
Lewiston City Councilor Scott Harriman says city leaders are in agreement that these services need to be made available and convenient long-term. The center will be on Main Street in Lewiston and is solely for events related to last week's shooting.
Well, Governor Mills has announced a new online portal for anyone in need of behavioral or mental health support in the wake of the shooting in Lewiston. The portal has an online form for communities and organizations to request special behavioral health support, such as on-site mental health clinics. The website also offers tips for dealing with traumatic events, how to talk with kids about gun violence, and other helpful resources. You can find that new portal by going to maine.gov and clicking the tab at the top of the page.
The University of Maine at Machias is working with the Maine CDC to investigate a reported case of tuberculosis on campus. The Maine CDC notified university officials on October 24th that one person had symptoms of TB. That person left the campus on October 16th. The university reports that everyone who had close contact with that person has been identified and notified. According to the Maine CDC, TB is preventable and curable and is spread by particles in the air. UMaine Machias is monitoring the situation under the guidance of the Maine CDC.
Well, the status of preschool and early childhood education is a crisis in Maine. A commission has now been established to help find solutions. The commission to study expansion of public preschool and early care education met for the first time on Wednesday. They are a group of lawmakers and experts from all around the state tasked with studying Maine's current early care environment and also exploring options to provide full-day, publicly funded preschool for all children under the age of 5 in Maine.
This is going to include, for example, how to offer publicly funded preschool and all types of programs in classrooms where 4-year-olds are enrolled, and it lists some of the different locations. And you've already heard from your own expertise the various locations that's already being offered.
The fact that this committee and the commission is meeting is evidence at how important the state feels this issue is.
The commission has asked for an additional 2 weeks to complete its report, which would set a due date of December 20th to provide it to the legislature. Sounds like a good idea, trying to get some help for those Maine families out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's needed, and it's one of those things that I could go on and on about, so I'll just cut myself off right here. Yeah. All right, the time now is 6:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, local employers attended a special career fair in Bangor with hopes of filling a worker shortage. We'll have the details.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. Today, a mostly cloudy day with highs around 44 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight with lows dropping down to the upper 20s. Tomorrow, a partly cloudy and breezy day, 52 degrees on your Friday.
When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable, Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions. Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
Saving for higher education for my kids is super important to my husband and me because we obviously want to give them opportunities to explore whatever their passion might be. I kind of consider it as a non-negotiable. I have to pay my electric bill, I've got to pay my heat bill, and I'm going to put money aside for my kids' higher education.
To learn more about NextGen 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the program description at nextgenforme.com. Check if your home state has a 529 plan that offers tax or other benefits.
Hi, Eastern Maine. Watch Person, Place, or Thing right here on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 10 a.m.
When we hear that sound, the competition is on.
12,400. Whoa, he's betting everything.
The stakes are high. The clock is ticking.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
This week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. With Maine's referendum election less than a week away, our David Ledford spoke with representatives from the state's 4 recognized political parties about their perspectives on the issues. Here's a closer look.
Maine voters will soon have the chance to weigh in on this year's biggest ballot questions. But before you head to the ballot box, representatives want you to know where they stand on the issues. Party members we spoke with say questions 1 and 3 will be some of the most significant that Mainers will have to answer. Question 1 asks voters if they want to bar certain groups from taking on more than $1 billion in debt unless they get statewide voter approval. Maine libertarians say this is an important issue for the party.
We do agree with number 1, limiting the amount of money that the federal government or that the government in general can borrow, that state-owned entities can borrow. We believe the limit of $1 billion is way too high, but any limit is better than the no limit that we currently have.
Maine's Green Independent Party says they strongly oppose question 1.
It's very insulting. The power companies have put this question 1 to say, well, if let's just say someone did make a public utility in Maine and they had to raise money to purchase the infrastructure, we think that should go back for a second vote. It's very deeply cynical. And I think it's also distrustful of the democratic process.
Question 3 asks voters if they want to create Pine Tree Power, a consumer-owned utility. Democratic Representative Joe Perry says this hotly contested issue stands out as an important ballot question.
We're going to have to really expand our distribution capacity if we're going to electrify our economy and get off fossil fuels at any time. We're selling record numbers of heat pumps. We're transitioning off heating oil, and if we're going to have the investments we need in the state of Maine, I think it's a good idea for us to own our grid.
Heading into the election, Republican Representative Laurel Libby shared her stance on why she is against question 3.
It's a pretty serious question and has some serious ramifications for our state. If it passes, I am not in favor. I will be voting no on 3. This would set precedent that the government can, through eminent domain, insist that a business that is not for sale be sold.
Maine's referendum election will be held on November 7th. For a full list of this year's ballot questions, visit maine.gov. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
With workforce shortages affecting many career fields, over 70 employers brought their lanyards and sales pitches to Newman Gymnasium for Husson University's annual Fall Career Fair. Our Doug Banks spoke with employers and students to see how they feel about the opportunities these events offer.
Sometimes, all it takes is an open door, and Husson students are eager for that opportunity.
They're ready to work. This is all about workforce development and helping organizations. They have so many openings right now.
Organizations across an array of career fields don't just want a student to walk away with some merch, but also ideas of where their future could take them.
To share how we support our employees, the benefits that we offer, and really bring good people. Because we are a science-based organization, not a lot of people realize that we have opportunities in other departments as well.
It's not just about getting our name out there, it's more about helping folks understand what some of the possibilities can be.
Career fairs are a good opportunity for students to meet directly with employers, especially the students who feel lost and unsure about their future, to know there's more to life outside of college circle.
There's people here in the local communities that are just asking for your help, and it might make you feel like a sense of like, I'm home.
It's like cool seeing the different options while you're younger so you can start to build up an idea.
It's about inspiring students to dream and create a vision for themselves.
It's like a whole new world for me, but I'm really excited about it because if I can just find one place that I can find a job, that could open up a whole new passion for me.
I feel better than when I walked in because I wanted to talk to people in my field and see how I felt about it. And it just gives me confirmation that I picked the right one, which is the greatest feeling you can have when you're paying for your college education.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Great opportunity for both students and employers.
Yeah, absolutely. You can meet them face to face.
Yeah.
All right, the time now is 6:19. After the break, we'll hear how a choir in Lincoln is preparing for the holiday season.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
The Old Mill Pub in Skowhegan is an historic restaurant and bar overlooking the Kennebec River. Enjoy the atmosphere while dining on local handcrafted pub fare, as well as Maine beers and craft cocktails. Also offering bar and catering services for your event or holiday party.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
The big automakers want a monopoly on your car repairs. That's why they're starting to restrict access to your car's mechanical data. But voting yes on question 4, right to repair, will stop them. Hundreds of local independent repair shops across Maine urge yes on 4, because yes on 4 will protect consumer choice and save thousands of Maine jobs.
It's your car. It should be your choice where to fix it.
Vote yes on question 4. Yes on right to repair.
Welcome back, everyone. Some folks in the Lincoln area are getting prepared for the holiday season with music and community. Our Callie Warren has more.
All is well with the Greater Lincoln Community Choir. The non-denominational choir is made up of around 20 individuals from several area churches, and the group proudly welcomes all, regardless of religion or affiliation.
I think we really strive to sing with one heart, one voice, give music to the gospel,
yes,
and to invite other people to join in that with us.
It's an honor and a privilege to be able to support people and see them grow.
This is a community.
The choir itself is around 20 years old. Some of the participants have been in it since the beginning, and some are just getting started finding their voices.
There are some people who have a lot of singing experience, and they really try to give the new people a chance to do the solos and things. Even if you don't have any prior experience, they kind of help you out and sing with you.
Right now, the group is practicing for their annual Christmas cantata. For a list of their upcoming presentations, visit our website at foxbangor.com or the choir's Facebook page, Greater Lincoln Community Choir -GLCC. In Lincoln, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
They sound great. It's kind of neat that they come from all different churches, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I love when they do that.
Hope they have a great holiday season.
I know, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Time now is 6:22.
Let's get a full look at our weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. All right, let's get into things this morning. And again, not too bad out there. We have a few returns showing up on the radar. Nothing hitting the ground, so we're okay after this morning. Just a few clouds passing through, and that's about it. We have a large area of high pressure not too far away. In fact, let's zoom things out and show you where it is. It's further down to the south, though, but stretches all the way up towards the north and east as well. Now, that's why we are dry out there this morning, so we're looking pretty good out there as we do move forward. And in fact, the next several days look to be rather dry as well, so a nice stretch of days on the way for us. But futurecast moving forward for today, a lot of sunshine on the way. You might notice a cloud or two during the afternoon period. Later on tonight, though, maybe a few more clouds passing through. We'll call it a partly cloudy sky later on tonight with some clouds moving through for the day on Friday as well. We'll get some sunshine rolling through the afternoon period, then a few breaks into clouds as we head towards Friday night. But they're back again pretty quickly as we get towards early Saturday morning. Maybe some rain chances further off towards the north. Otherwise, though, we have a little bit of wind out there, roughly up to around 15 miles per hour this morning, gusts up to 20 miles per hour to the north. They back off during the afternoon period. And overnight tonight, the winds relax for a while as well. And once we head towards tomorrow, here we go, gusts up to 25 miles per hour everywhere. So be ready for this. So this will make things rather active and a little bit tricky as we do move forward for the day on Friday. Our average high temperature is 51 degrees. We're going to warm up a little bit more, but still below normal today in the middle 40s. But then we warm up a little bit more Friday in the lower 50s. Middle 50s for the day on Saturday. We're back in the upper 40s, lower 50s Sunday and Monday. Lower 50s on Tuesday and middle 40s as we head towards Wednesday. So that forecast for today, we have middle 40s and a lot of sunshine out there. That southwest breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, we have upper 20s and a partly cloudy sky and a southwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, lower 50s, partly cloudy, getting a little breezy out there from time to time. A lot of the south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. And already a partly cloudy sky for the day on Saturday with highs in the mid-50s. Lower 50s on Sunday with a chance for rain. Also note the time change as 2 a.m. becomes 1 a.m. with a mostly cloudy sky back on Monday and highs in the upper 40s.
Question 3 is too costly and too risky.
It's a $13.5 billion gamble that puts politicians in charge.
It will increase our electric bills.
We can't afford higher electric bills.
And the politicians, they're not even required to have an operations plan when they take over.
No plan to keep the lights on?
Not even for emergencies or power outages.
That's a bad idea.
Mainers can't afford this costly proposal.
I'm voting no on 3. It's a risk we can't afford.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota Equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, with professional-grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right, all backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily. We offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, one of our many savory soups, or a pizza, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after a long workday? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Now to the remarks from President Biden about the escalating Israel-Hamas war, responding to a heckler demanding he call for a ceasefire. The president said he supports a pause to allow for the release of Hamas-held hostages. Biden's comments coming as Israel and Hamas expand attacks and as tensions roll across the Middle East. ABC's Justin Finch with more from Washington.
At a fundraising event in Minneapolis, a heckler confronting President Biden about the Israel-Hamas war.
Oh my God. If you care about Jewish people, as a rabbi, I need you to call for a ceasefire right now.
The left-wing group Jewish Voice for Peace posting this video capturing part of the exchange on social media. The president responding, saying, "I think a pause is needed for what he says could give more time to get more than 200 civilian hostages taken by Hamas out of Gaza." In Gaza, for the second time in as many days, Israel launching airstrikes at the heavily populated Jabalia refugee camp. The Israeli Defense Forces confirming its latest strike targeted a Hamas command complex and killed Hamas militants. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry claiming Palestinian civilians are among the dead. The Israeli military releasing video it says shows their troops making headway towards the Gaza city gates. Hamas returning fire from the skies. ABC's Ian Pannell watching.
That's the sound of the Iron Dome system. You can just see the air defense system going into the air to try and intercept an incoming Hamas rocket in central Israel.
At the Rafah crossing, injured Palestinians were among the first to enter Egypt from Gaza. Hundreds of foreign nationals followed. At least 5 Americans also fleeing, including aid workers Ramona Alkumara and Barbara Zend. But hundreds of Americans and their families are still trapped in Gaza. The president insisting the U.S. isn't giving up.
Working nonstop to get Americans out of Gaza as soon and as safely as possible.
Those Americans can't leave through the Rafah crossing unless their names are on a list approved by the Hamas-led Customs Department. The U.S. urging those Americans to check those lists daily. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Well, now to Washington, and the congressman critics accuse of being a serial liar. Overnight, George Santos survived an effort to kick him out of Congress. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
Embattled New York Congressman George Santos will keep his seat in Congress for now, after members of his own party from his own state tried to expel him last night.
I feel like due process is still alive. I feel like there's enough colleagues on both sides of the aisle here who understand that.
The resolution is not adopted. The resolution needed a 2/3 majority to pass. Most Democrats voted for it, but most Republicans, who enjoy only a slim majority in the House, said no.
I don't run away from this process, but the notion of wanting to have a predetermined outcome is wrong. That is literally a banana republic stance, and I'm glad that didn't go through.
Critics argue his long history of lies, his embellished resume, and legal problems make Santos unfit for office.
It's a distraction, and it's a punchline for a lot of commentary regarding the Republican Party that we don't need.
Santos has pleaded not guilty to 23 federal counts. He's accused of stealing people's identities, making unauthorized changes on his donors' credit cards, and lying to federal election officials. The House Ethics Committee is also set to announce next steps in its investigation. In the meantime, the congressman tweeted this picture of himself wearing a crown, saying, "If you come for me, you best not miss."
I came here for policy. I don't care about re-elections and keeping the political hacks employed. That's on them. If they think I'm going to be a problem for their re-elections.
Santos' federal trial is set to begin next September. As for the House ethics investigation, Santos says he is cooperating. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
The U.S. Justice Department investigation into Live Nation is reportedly focusing on agreements the company has had with venues and artists. According to Wall Street Journal report, the DOJ is looking into whether Live Nation's pacts with artists and venues limits them from working with other promoters and ticketing companies. The investigation comes after Ticketmaster, which is owned by Live Nation, failed to keep up with demand for pre-sale tickets to Taylor Swift's Eras tour last year. The ticketing system was overwhelmed, causing the website to crash. The report adds competitors say Live Nation offers artists more money than other promoters can and chooses venues that it controls, leading to consumers paying more for tickets.
All I know is that ticket prices are crazy. They're,
right.
Ridiculous. So it's people paying over $1,000 to go see Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean, Live Nation has a monopoly on it.
Yeah.
And Ticketmaster has a monopoly, so that's going to be how it is until something changes there.
Yeah, I tell some of the young people today when I started going to concerts back in, I think, the 80s, that we paid like maybe $20 for a ticket to the big names, so.
And the young people are deeply upset by that.
They are. But they see no problem forking out $1,000 to go see Taylor.
I see a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not going to concerts. Yeah. Like, what? That's a plane ticket.
Yeah.
Insane.
Go buy the album.
I know, but right. Well, I love it when people can, but it's like, my budget, man. Whew. Okay, now coming up on the second half of the newscast, do you tip your DoorDash driver? We'll hear the controversy on this as Good Morning Maine continues.
That and more. Don't go away.
In the heart of downtown Belfast, immerse yourself in a world of alpaca apparel at the Blue Alpaca. Because alpaca fibers are moisture-wicking, hypoallergenic, and softer than even cotton, you'll be ready for a comfortable and fashionable summer. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. The Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
GMA This Morning, Missy Elliott, right before making history when she goes into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Only on.
I am here with Missy Elliott. Come on now, kick it. Good morning, America!
This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select multiple veterans to win a gift voucher from Chick-fil-A. Locally sponsored by Chase's Family Restaurant, Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear, Herman Meadow Golf Club, and Leo & Sons Auto Repair. Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With 25 years experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location. The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. Today is also both All Souls Day and Day of the Dead.
All Souls Day is a centuries-old tradition in Western Christianity, with people who observe it often attending Mass, offering prayers, and lighting candles to help ease the suffering of those who have died, whose souls are believed to be in purgatory due to not being saved. And Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos, is a traditional Mexican holiday in which it's believed that the souls of the dead return to visit their living family members. Many people celebrate by setting up beautiful altars with their deceased loved ones, favorite foods, drinks, and with photos.
Pretty neat traditions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meanwhile, on this day in history, back in 1895, the United States saw the first organized auto race run in Chicago, with 6 cars racing over a 52-mile lakefront course. Only 2 finished because of blizzard conditions, not the best conditions for a race.
I'm just curious of what cars they used in 1895 or whatever.
And we're having a blizzard, so let's have the race anyway.
I guess so. I really wish I could travel back in time sometimes and just be a fly on the wall.
Just to see what people are thinking.
Yeah.
All right, a few years later, in 1898, the sport of cheerleading began in the United States as Johnny Campbell led the crowd to cheer on the football team at the University of Minnesota. This practice was initially an all-male activity. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Totally a sport. That's been one of those things that's been argued over the years.
Yeah.
If you ever watch some of these teams compete and train, it is totally a sport. They are true athletes.
I'm glad you brought that up because I think it's just pure sexism at that point if you want to call it not a sport. It's like, okay.
Watch some of these competitions they go to.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. And it's
amazing.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
These people are always getting concussed and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, be careful.
More dangerous than golf.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I am not a golf lover, so I could go on and on. I think I'm being a hater today. I need to tone it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me on golf. You shouldn't have brought that up. Okay. In 1907, United States banker J.P. Morgan locked over 40 bankers in his library to force them to find ways to avert the New York City banking crisis. Talk about a hater. Yeah. He's blaming it on other people. And in 1957, the Levelland UFO case in Levelland, Texas, generated national publicity and remains one of the most interesting and impressive UFO cases in American history.
For birthdays today, we have actor and director David Schwimmer, who is 57 today. He, of course, made his fame on Friends. American TV show host and personality Karamo Brown, is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Karamo Brown is 43 today.
He's on Queer Eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And American rapper and R&B singer Nelly is 49 years old today. I do know who Nelly is.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like a nice guy. So. He does, just in the interviews I've seen.
Oh, okay,
okay. So seems like a nice fella.
You met the guy?
I haven't met him, but yeah, we hang out.
Yeah.
Go get some lobster or
something. You go to Gagan's, have the wings.
Yeah, some wings.
Nice. Oh, I could have some right now.
Yeah.
I could go for some wings.
You know, Gagan's makes a good Reuben, too.
I know. They're kind of known for their Reuben.
Yeah, one of my favorite restaurants.
Yeah, sauerkraut's wicked good for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's shift back to the task at hand here, delivering the news and information.
Yeah, right.
Time for your forecast. Looking like a cloudy day ahead.
Here's Devin.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. As we get into things this morning, we have a few returns showing up on the radar here, but I don't think anything is reaching the ground at this point, so I think we're looking pretty good out there this morning. Just a few passing clouds at best, and that'll be about it. There, as we zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, there's a large area of high high pressure just off toward our south and west. We're being affected by this, and we just have some clouds off toward the west as well. Rather dry forecast is on the way. There is a chance of rain in our extended forecast coming up later on. But otherwise, for now, though, today we're dry with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds during the afternoon period. We'll have a few clouds passing through overnight tonight and in parts of the daytime tomorrow as well. As we move forward today, the winds won't be too bad either, roughly out of the west at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts higher than that, up to around 15 miles per hour. But the winds really pick up by tomorrow, up to around 15 miles per hour. Sustained gusts up to 25 miles per hour cannot be ruled out. So for the rest of today, middle 40s, a lot of sunshine, and a southwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 20s and a partly cloudy sky, and a southwest breeze at around 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 50s, partly cloudy and breezy, south wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. That hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, temperatures warming into the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin.
I was just going to say that I don't even like Reubens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I don't like them.
Okay. Well, you don't have to like them. Okay. I'll eat the
I like
Reubens.
A hot pastrami instead.
Oh, I like a good hot pastrami.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I like food. I know. All right, moving on now. If you don't tip, speaking of food, don't tip on your next DoorDash order. It might take a little longer to get your food delivered. The food ordering service is warning customers about not tipping their delivery drivers with a new alert. The pop-up warning in its app is in its trial stages. It will ask customers if they want to continue an order that doesn't include a tip. DoorDash says Dashers choose which orders they want to pick up. Delivery people can see what tip is left on an order before it's accepted, making orders with low or no tips less desirable. The company says it pays its delivery people between $2 to $10 for each order and 100% of the tips. So it makes sense if you want your stuff to get there quick.
Yeah.
Tip the driver.
$2 to $10 is not much.
Otherwise, your food may be cold when it gets there.
That's kind of just a thing, is you want to tip people who are handling your food because it's your food, and you don't want to risk anything coming from somebody who's worked in the food industry.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
You can probably figure out why.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming up next, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports.
Don't go away.
Join us every Friday this season as we celebrate the return to the gridiron with the most highlights, reaction, and analysis of your favorite teams. Catch Sports Blitz Friday at 11 on ABC7. Sports Blitz brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And by Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holdings, where you'll find furniture that's in stock and ready for delivery.
It's you.
Already that home runs, huh?
Hey, pass me the keys, Rob. I haven't had anything to drink.
Good idea.
We've learned to speak up to prevent drinking and driving. So why don't we speak up to prevent texting and driving? The results can be the same. Speak up. Lives depend on it. Don't drive intoxicated. Don't drive intoxicated. A sobering message from AAA.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snowblowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
Ready for that new kitchen? Get inspired by the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start out on the ice. Maine men's hockey getting back out there this past weekend and splitting a 2-game series with defending national champs and 5th-ranked Quinnipiac. After their performance this weekend, the Black Bears finding themselves ranked in both major polls, right at number 20 in the U.S. College Hockey Online poll and the USA Hockey poll. It's a long way from where they were in Ben Barr's first season, winning just 5 games that year, but it's still a long way from where they want to be.
We're just trying to get a little better every day, and through 4 games, if that's where people think we are, great. But there's still a long ways to go. You know, there's 20 teams that are better than 19 teams that are on paper apparently better than us right now, and so I don't think there's anything that we haven't arrived by any means.
Yeah, it's I guess it was a long time ago since we've been ranked, but it's not it's obviously nice to see the recognition, but there's more to work towards. I mean, it's just a start for us. We want to keep moving up that, and we try not to pay too much attention to that. I mean, it's all about the next game for us.
A big part of their win this weekend was defenseman Brandon Charbrier. He knocked in the game-winning overtime goal on Friday, part of which led to him being named Hockey East's Defender of the Week, something definitely well-deserved if you ask his captain.
He's earned that. He's been working so hard. He's such a great kid in the locker room and on the ice. And you see him, he gives a lot of effort out there on the ice, and it's nice to see him get some recognition for that and to get that overtime goal. That was awesome. The boys were super pumped up for him.
It's pretty cool. My family's at the game, so it's pretty awesome to do in front of them. But yeah, like I said before, that loss on Saturday is kind of in the back of our heads here. So I think with team success comes individual success. So hopefully we can keep winning.
Okay, let's move to some field hockey now. The stage is set for our high school field hockey regional finals. Those matchups all taking place on Thursday. The Northern Maine Finals will be hosted by Messalonsky High School in Oakland. Class B gets us going with a 3:30 start. That's top seed Belfast taking on second seed Coney. Class C scheduled for a 5:30 start. Top seed Dexter taking on 2 seed Foxcroft Academy. Then in Class A, the grand finale, Skowhegan looking for their 22nd consecutive regional title is going up against the home school, second seeded Messalonsky. The South Finals are all in Freiburg, and the winners of each will meet Saturday in Lewiston for the state championship. Okay, now let's go to some high school soccer. Girls B North Regional semifinals Wednesday. Top seed Yarmouth moving on to next week's regional final. They face the winner of 9 seed Presque Isle and 4 seed Herman. Let's go over to Pottle Field for that game on a beautiful yet cold fall evening. Early first half, Herman's Natalie Tardy taps it to Izzy Byron, back up to Tardy, and she's got a clear shot, takes it and makes it. It's 1-0 Hawks. A minute later, Wildcats a chance. Astra Lawton tries to curl this one in, but Bella Bowden diving for the save there. 6 minutes left in the half now. Tardy all alone, takes a shot, but Jaden Harvell closes up the 5-hole. Great save there. Ensuing corner kick. Madison Stewart sends it. Brooke Gallup falls. Tessa Ewer the touch, and Gallup puts it in as she gets up. Nice. Hawks lead 2-0 at the half. They win it 6-0. And now to the boys B North semifinal. 4 seed Madomic Valley visiting top seed John Bapst. A minute in, Bapst Garrett Fletcher over to Ethan Marquis. He takes a shot. Great save there by Eli Pluker. Follow up by Ellis Columber. Goes wide. Halfway through the first, Marquis into Jack DeRosier. Shot deflects off a defender, but he gets back to it and scores. Crusaders up 1-0. Right after, Madomic's Mo Nadigo. He's going to try to clear this one, but it ends up with Fletcher downfield, and he drills it to put Bapst up 2-0. Later on, Marquis alone with it. He says, who needs dribbling? Puts it in from way out. It's 3-0, and that would be the final. Crusaders go on to the B North title game. And finally, on Wednesday night at Donru Field in Lewiston, both Lewiston and Edward Little football returned to the field for the first time since last week's mass shooting for the annual Battle of the Bridge. The rivalry game between the two schools felt like everything but. It was a night of reflection, a chance to say thank you to the first responders who answered the call, and for people to come together. Lewiston coming away with a win on the field, but both teams and one community showing Maine and the country that through the darkest of times, there can be a ray of light and a little hope.
I mean, really, this is, I'd like to say, the end of the beginning. You know, we've got a lot of healing to do. We've got a lot of grieving to do. But this night is really going to help us move forward in a strong way.
This is bigger than a game. This is our chance as a community to come together, to unite. Stick around. I bet there's going to be a lot of hugs around from a lot of people here. And I think that's what's special about tonight.
Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Choosing Miracle Ear was a great decision. Like when I decided to host family movie nights. Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs. Now I enjoy every moment. The quiet ones and the loud ones.
Make a sound decision. Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
I got hurt in a car accident, and I'm worried the insurance company is trying to take advantage of me.
Don't get burned by the insurance company. Fight fire with fire and call the twos.
We'll turn up the heat on the insurance company. We'll make them pay you all the money you deserve.
I fought fire with fire and called the twos. Lowry and Associates got me $300,000 for my car accident. Now that's hot.
We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
The Old Mill Pub in Skowhegan is an historic restaurant and bar overlooking the Kennebec River. Enjoy the atmosphere while dining on local handcrafted pub fare, as well as Maine beers and craft cocktails. Also offering bar and catering services for your event or holiday party.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC.
Most Americans are willing to hang out with their families and friends during the holidays.
Well, Fox Business Network's David Ashman has this story and more in Fox Means Business.
The Federal Reserve leaving its key interest rate unchanged. Wednesday's decision means the cost to borrow money for things like credit cards, car loans, and some mortgages will likely stay the same, at least for now. But the Fed did leave the door open to raise rates in the future to try to tame inflation further. That news helped keep investors in a buying mood on the first trading day of November. The Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ all closing higher. Meanwhile, the payroll firm ADP says private companies added 113,000 jobs in October. That was more than they added in September, but fewer than analysts were expecting. And finally, it looks like Americans are going to be in a festive mood between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. A new survey by Motel 6 says people who are celebrating a winter holiday will partake in 10 holiday gatherings this year. But on a humorous note, a majority say it only takes just a few hours at one of those celebrations until they look forward to some alone time again. That's business. I'm David Asman.
All right, now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with one final look at our full weather forecast.
All righty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. All right, let's get into things this morning. And again, not too bad out there. We have a few returns showing up on the radar. Nothing hitting the ground, so we're okay after this morning. Just a few clouds passing through, and that's about it. We have a large area of high pressure not too far away. In fact, let's zoom things out and show you where it is. It's further down to the south, though, but stretches all the way up towards the north and east as well. Now, that's why we are dry out there this morning, so we're looking pretty good out there as we do move forward. And in fact, the next several days look to be rather dry as well, so a nice stretch of days on the way for us. But futurecast moving forward for today, a lot of sunshine on the way. You might notice a cloud or two during the afternoon period. Later on tonight, though, maybe a few more clouds passing through. We'll call it a partly cloudy sky later on tonight with some clouds moving through for the day on Friday as well. We'll get some sunshine rolling through the afternoon period, then a few breaks in the clouds as we head towards Friday night, but they're back again pretty quickly as we head towards early Saturday morning. Maybe some rain chances further off towards the north. Otherwise, though, we have a little bit of wind out there, roughly up to around 15 miles per hour this morning, gusts up to 20 miles per hour to the north. They back off during the afternoon period. And overnight tonight, the winds relax for a while as well. And once we head towards tomorrow, here we go, gusts up to 25 miles per hour everywhere. So be ready for this. So this will make things rather active and a little bit tricky as we do move forward for the day on Friday. Our average high temperature is 51 degrees. We're going to warm up a little bit more, but still below normal today in the middle 40s. But then we warm up a little bit more Friday in the lower 50s. Middle 50s for the day on Saturday. We're back in the upper 40s to lower 50s Sunday and Monday. Lower 50s on Tuesday and middle 40s as we head towards Wednesday. So that forecast for today, we have middle 40s and a lot of sunshine out there. That southwest breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, we have upper 20s and a partly cloudy sky. And southwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, lower 50s, partly cloudy, getting a little breezy out there from time to time. A lot of south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. And already a partly cloudy sky for the day on Saturday with highs in the mid 50s. Lower 50s on Sunday with a chance for rain. Also note the time change as 2 a.m. becomes 1 a.m. with a mostly cloudy sky back on Monday and highs in the upper 40s.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
There's too much uncertainty around Pine Tree Power.
It's a mystery bag that will cost Mainers billions.
It will mean tremendous uncertainty for workers, say Maine's labor leaders.
Business leaders say it will mean higher rates with no guarantee of better service.
And Governor Mills says, let's not gamble with our future. Vote no on question 3.
Please join leading Maine voices and vote no on 3.
It's a bad idea for Maine.
Commercial vehicles can be dangerous, and they usually carry big insurance policies. So whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or a big rig like this, we know commercial vehicle accidents, and we know how to get you the big money you may deserve. If any commercial vehicle hurts you, call the 2s. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the 2s. We win for you. Call 222-2222.
A lot of couples are flourishing.
Romance is in bloom, but who is doomed?
Charity said stay away from Aaron. Charity's here. Charity's here.
Charity, how keen are you to destroy my life?
New Bachelor in Paradise tonight on ABC.
Oreo is paying homeowners to bring out the holiday decorations early this year. The cookie brand is giving out $100,000 in prizes to those who decorate their houses before Thanksgiving. During the holiday season, some homeowners associations ban early festive decoration displays. Oreo says it has its own HOA, the Holiday Oreo Allowance. That encourages people to get into the holiday spirit early. 100 Oreo fans will be rewarded $1,000 if they share photos of their decorated homes on social media by November 17th using the hashtags Holiday Oreo Allowance and Oreo Sweepstakes.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, right.
And finally, Britain's King Charles and Queen Camilla spend time with pachyderms as part of their state visit to Kenya. The royal couple visited an elephant orphanage at Nairobi National Park yesterday and got to mingle with the animals. Camilla bottle-fed one of the calves, and they both petted the elephants and a baby rhino. Charles and Camilla also met with workers at the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust Elephant Orphanage to hear about the trust work in the conservation and preservation of wildlife and protected areas across Kenya. Pretty neat. An important job they're doing there.
Yeah, what's a pachyderm?
That's an elephant.
Oh, okay.
Another word for an elephant.
Oh. Okay, looks like we're about out of time. If you missed anything, head to foxbangor.com.
Have a great day, everyone.